Yeah, this is Eddie once again from Your Ed Sharpening Service. I was presented with this Case XX 7.5 inch shear that's over 30 years old. It obviously has significant rust going on between the blades. The set and alignment is off, but let's talk about the rust. I'm using a product called Evapor Rust to remove it. I'm basically putting it into a cake pan and letting it sit for 8 hours. I started it off at 8 p.m. one evening and I picked it up at 8 o'clock in the morning. On the left side of this image, you see the rusted original at 8 o'clock. And on the right is at 8 p.m. the following day. The rust turns into the black carbon-like appearance over the period of time. It recommends about 12 hours. It's supposed to be a environmentally safe product. And you should be able to dispose it as long as the iron content isn't too high. I like it because it gets into all the little crevices, including the finger hole, the pivot hole, the inside and outside the finger rings. It did a really good job, and I'm going to show you some pictures of the results here in just a couple seconds. Still, as the pictures on the left are the original photo, and the picture on the right, now the center, is the new. So this is what the Evapor Rust did. This was just wiped with a paper towel, and you can tell that the rust is all gone. I then proceeded to go with a 600 grit with a Dremel, and then a 1000 grit Dremel brush to clean up any of the edges. I then finished with a string micro buff with the Japanese blue compound from Shear Logic. Here's the image of the finished product. The Japanese blue is just absolutely amazing. It polished so well. The handles on this one, as you can see, they're straight now, but they were bent. They were causing uneven side pressure. It polished up really, really well, both on the outside and on the inside.
To allow the tips to close properly. They weren't closing properly before.
You still see a little bit of pitting, which is not going to go away.
Shows some rust.
Now we got to go on to the sharpening. On the left side of the image is the original observation of the bevel, which I later discovered was a 15-degree bevel. But I did a little test there on the right side. I started off at 35, went all the way across. Nope, not it. Then I adjusted down a notch to 30. And I then inspected it under the microscope again, and that wasn't it. I went to 25. We're getting better. You can see it kind of moving down the bevel there. And then I hit it right on the head. It was 15. And you can see that the bevel on the photo on the left is the original. It was done with a really coarse grinding wheel. What I'm using is a 45 micron disc. It's going to be significantly improved from its original factory condition in the 70s. On the right, you can see, now I'm just going through the refining process and removing all the damage that's there. I'm also looking to pull up a burr, which one of these images here in a little bit is going to show the burr very clearly. You can see the difference of what I'm doing. I'm also able to flip the image over. Well, the audio in the video became a little bit too much for my iPhone, so I'll close out there. It was a successful recondition, and I'll be mailing it back to the customer, and hopefully I get some positive feedback. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. If you want to see more, let me know. Thanks.